No, we're going to start right now.
Well, I'll tell you this.
Okay, hold on.
It's funny when you say that.
Hold on.
Okay. He's honing his hosting skills. I remember when Johnny Carson used to say that. Hold on. He sensed spontaneity and he panicked.
Norm, that's so true. It's mean. But you know what, Norm? I'm glad that you smelled that because I'm not stupid enough to take. I can take a criticism. Like you're right.
You're trying to learn.
Well, you learn every week.
Sure.
But you're right. There was some. It just happened. I had in my head how I was going to start the show, but it went a different course. And instead of just going that way, it went whoa, 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 whoa to stop you, so I could go. We're back. And here we go. So anyway, what was the story? How can I? You're never
good because we're so far past it. I can't remember.
It's all right. They're all fun stories. Everything's fun. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, it's fun.
We are gonna get. I got some shit I'm going to ask you. It's going to make you crap in your pants, and we'll take a break. We'll be right back right after this with the Norm Macdonald.
You're taking a break?
What? We take breaks. The mics are off. Don't worry.
Wait, is this King of the Road?
Well, that's French. I could sing this song.
It's King of the Road.
Yeah. It's in another language. Okay, fade that out.
Are you really good at finding things quickly? Get Roger Miller's King of the Road English version. I'm going to point out an incredible line in it.
All right. I like this. I like taking songs that no one knows the meaning of them. And this first one, I don't know. You guys might go, yeah, Todd, everybody knows that. But I didn't know the Pina Colada song, what that meant.
Oh, yes. I just played that on something because I got them to play the whole thing. On that stupid man cow, and he still didn't understand. I was listening to this song.
Can you? So for the hey,
wait, Todd, do you mean like you didn't understand the story?
I didn't understand.
No, well, most people you just hear the.
Do you like pina colada? That's all.
They don't realize it's about adultery.
Yes.
It's about a guy, but
here's the strangest adultery story ever.
But here's the part with that song that I always realize. This is if it did ever happen. So for the people that don't know, let me fill them in real quick. So basically, it's saying, a guy takes an ad out. And for the people that know, they're like, Todd.
First, he sees an ad in the paper,
and it's
because he goes, me and my old lady, things were getting kind of dull. It's like, huh? Called her his old lady.
Yeah, that's the problem. You call her the old lady. No respect at all. Hey, me and my old lady were having problems. Yeah, because you're a fucking idiot.
You want to take any responsibility for this at all?
No, it's my old lady.
So as she lays sleeping, he scours the personal ads.
Oh, God. Scouring.
Yeah.
And then
it's an ugly.
So go explain the song.
And then
quickly.
He finds it one, and the text of it is, if you like pina coladas, getting caught in the rain. If you like something else, walking in the sand, whatever.
Yeah. It's enough. I get it.
Romantic things people like. Then you're like me, So he goes, this is the lady for me, not this hag of a wife, not my old lady.
Hey, this is somebody that he really should be with.
Yeah, it's soulmate.
Sure. They should meet.
His soulmate. So then he goes, well, I'll put an ad in the paper. I don't know why. He could have just phoned the number, but he put an ad the next week that said, hey, I like pina colada. He answered her.
Right. Yeah. I like walks in the rain. And then basically what it says
romantic
is
that way.
We decided to meet on O'Malley's. We would meet. And then it says, I saw her. And who was it? It was my
lovely
wife.
lady. Now she's a lovely lady.
Yeah. Yeah, he got nervous, didn't he, when he fucking saw her?
Now, it was my lovely lady, and she looked at me, and then their reaction is the funniest. They start laughing.
Yes, that's all what we just went through is worth that I wanted to talk about what you just said. Yes. Dude, think about what happened that night. Like, if that really did happen, well, basically you could say it's a love story about two people that realize the person you're meant to be with, you're with.
No, but he also says, he goes, and then I said, I didn't know you like pina coladas. How this escaped him for the fucking 30 years he's been with his old lady.
He never took a vacation near a bar.
In the rain, yeah.
So there's that. That explains that song. So did you find the other version that he was looking for?
Okay, so it's you can speed it. You can play it in about the middle. Trailer sale for. We could just play it. It comes up.
Don't pay no union dues. I smoke old stogies.
Don't pay no union dues. What's more free than that?
Short but not to sit
true.
around. I'm a man of
So,
means.
it's about he lives on a train. He's king of the road.
King of the road.
Now here,
I
listen
know
to this.
every engineer on every train. All their children, all of their names.
He knows all of their children and all of their names in the town where he just showed up on a train.
That's not true, probably, right?
It's just
Like he knows,
disturbing.
like I can understand he knows every engineer and where you can get a free meal, But all of a sudden,
every lady.
he knows every child's name and where they live. So the police would go, were you in, were you in town last week? Like, a boy's body was found in a third boxcar 4 miles down.
What's his name?
He had to have been leaving a lot of child corpses along the way. When he knew their name, the names and where they lived, he knew where they lived.
I gotta share something with you. I watched Byron Allen, Comics Unleashed last night.
Oh yes,
you did that show, right?
I did.
Did he call you personally?
No, I don't know why I did. I think I was with Jamie Massoudi and told me, "Hey, you want to go?" I just went to watch, and then they said, "Oh, you want $208?" So, but I went on. First of all, you've never seen comics more leashed in your life. But the funny thing was, he has no.
Real quick, Andy Kindler says, "I think the show should be called Comics on a Tight Choker."
Exactly. So
now back to Norm.
So Byron Allen, he doesn't do he just gets everybody's jokes and he hardly listens to them, and then he has no segues. So it was me, Wendy Liebman, Robert Schimmel, and somebody else. So Robert Schimmel gets the first question. It's like, so I understand you have cancer. It's all said in the same. It's all said in the same. Like he doesn't even know what he's saying. And so Schimmel goes, yeah, cancer. The thing is, I was with my daughter-in-law at the time, and meanwhile,
I heard you had cancer.
Meanwhile, my ex-wife is on the. I'm fucking the niece. And my ex-wife comes home and all that shit. And then so he goes to me, he goes, Norm, I understand you bought a dog. But the greatest thing he said was like because they tape like 12 a day. And he makes $1 million. But they had John Lovitz was the guest, and it was like the greatest segue I ever heard in my fucking entire life. Byron Allen turns to John Lovitz and he goes, so John, I understand you're getting older.
I saw him once
That's the
say,
greatest line I ever heard.
I heard him.
Understand you're growing older.
Yeah. Well, I am actually growing older, and then they tell their older joke. I saw him literally ask somebody once, so what's your thing with Ferris wheels? Now, come on, can't you say, what do you do with your kids in the summer? Well, we bring them, take it half a What you're basically saying is we don't have a half a second to get there gracefully.
Right.
So if we ask one question.
Why does he have to say anything? Why do you just make a deal? Cut to me for 5 seconds, and then I point.
Yeah,
exactly.
No.
Well, here's the
Next.
least. Here's the least we figured out that he could set somebody up, giving it less than he already does. So Daniel, now you like to talk.
That's great.
So listen to this. The other night. Now listen.
Now, Daniel, I understand you like jokes. Telling jokes.
I do. It's funny because
bits about subject.
You got bits and pieces. I got bits and pieces. So no. What are we talking about?
Talking about Byron Allen.
Byron Allen. So the other night on the show, he has a joke. Now I'm willing to. I really want to I don't want to not be, make fun of somebody for, maybe their comedy's dated because, maybe you respect them and it sort of became dated. You don't say anything.
Well, he was 16. He went on he was the youngest guy ever go on the Tonight Show.
Yeah. So there, you have a level of, you know what, that's comedy was, whatever. But then when they do a joke like this, it's hard not to tease him. He goes on and he makes a joke about it. He goes, yeah, I'm at the payphone. I'm like, oh my God, okay, you held on to the joke. There's still some payphones you could do the joke, right? So you think if you have a team of writers, not one of them talked him out of this joke. It made it onto the air. That means there's or they're not telling him the truth.
Right.
It's one or the other.
Or they're shitty
Okay,
writers.
here's the joke that gets onto the show. So he goes, so he had to do his payphone joke. I get it. But then he doesn't even think to update what it cost. He goes, she was going to send me a dime back in the mail. Dime? When did you record this? 1970? You're taking come on. Someone on the staff has to say, hey, make that joke like 35 cents, or you'll update it a little and get a laugh with them. Oh, you're right. I did. No, that made it onto the air. So, and then he goes, so the lady said she'll mail it to me. Oh, you know in the jokes you see them coming before they deliver the punchlines?
Yes.
Man, there's something wrong.
Yeah,
when I'm finishing it for you, well, then maybe it's not that great of a thought if I can get to it before you
There's
can.
probably something wrong when you're watching Byron Allen.
It's bad in the premise when your first word is remember. Like, you know what I mean? You're like, remember that guy 18 years ago? Anyway, sometimes they make up something. They were doing a TV movie on him anyway. And they do their 18-year-old joke.
Oh, right.
Hey, today's the 20th anniversary of, did you guys remember Lorena Bobbitt? Oh, I couldn't even get that out.
No, you have to say the whole thing that happened with Lorena Bobbitt for people that don't remember.
Yeah. Well, what are you going to do, right? What are you going to do, huh? Right? Hey, you want to hear something that's, what do you got, a question? Hey, ask any question you want. You know the questions? I hope you don't mind I'm saying this, Norm.
Yes.
You know, sometimes you meet somebody, you have a question, but you're afraid it might be not the coolest question to ask. I know you got seven of those, Daniel.
Yeah, can I go?
Sure.
All right.
I don't even know if it's all right, but I'm saying yes. What if the first one is, what's it like to be on TV?
My favorite talk show moment of all time. You probably have heard this a million times. The Conan O'Brien Carrot Top joke.
Oh, yeah.
That was one of the funniest things.
Well, I feel
one
bad.
Of my favorite
I actually feel bad about that a lot.
I
don't like to talk about it because it again,
well, can I just
makes fun of
backpedal really quick?
And since it wasn't my intention when I did it, because it wasn't why I went. It was when I was on panel and not other people were talking.
To me, it's not because of the joke. It's because of the speed at which you came up with the whole thing. I just admired how fast you did it, and it was just.
That's nice.
It has nothing to do with who the joke was about. No.
But obviously, like if you're not being interviewed and you're just the third person listening in, when you can come in at any point, you can be pretty funny.
Yeah.
I still get into a little bit of a situation. Anyway.
No, but that's it. Like, it wasn't because you made fun of somebody. I just love how fast that was and just clever. And
Daniel likes fast. Matter of fact, next to you, his favorite person is a rodeo. What's the guys? What are the guys that bark? They go, over here we find
auctioneer.
An auctioneer. He likes auctioneer. He goes
I
to
love
watch
auctioneer.
I don't think
Country auctioneers.
Do you watch Storage Wars?
No, I don't.
Hold on. Can I talk about the auctioneers? I don't think they're doing anything I can't do.
Oh, they are. Yeah.
Maybe the good ones. I've been to some of these fairs. Hey, we got to go over here. We got $1 over here. We got $1. We got $1.05. Hey, we got $1.10. Hey, all you're doing is going. Hold on. They're going. Hey, yeah. That part didn't make any sense. And I understand when you clear up. So the shitty barkers, that's all they do. They go, over here, we got the hammer, we need $100. Give me $150.
Okay, but that's horrible.
That's horrible, but I've seen guys that bad.
But I'm saying, no, you haven't. I'm saying, could you get better, you're saying, and master it easily?
Last thing I want to do is annoy some listener that's what they do. Oh, there's no difference?
The last thing you want to do is annoy the 4 auctioneers that could possibly have ever heard this show.
First of all, I am kidding. I don't vision that being my audience. A guy with a donkey.
You could lose all the auctioneers that exist, and it wouldn't matter. You could it's do as well or
That's
as poorly.
True. You know what, though? I never even like to piss off an auctioneer. It's the way I run.
Are there any modern day auctioneers?
Is that a Mark Twain quote?
What was it? I forget.
I'll never piss off an auctioneer on a steamboat. I don't know. What about, like, I like Mark Twain was the funniest, but then you fucking hear, like, they go, Will Rogers, that guy was funny, and then he'll have a rope or something on YouTube. I've seen him on YouTube. And he says these things, they're all horrible. They're not funny at all. Like, he goes, I don't care much for politicians. I have more use for my dog. Like, I go, that's a joke? That was literally a joke of it, like a very famous joke.
I got to be honest. I'm a little bit out there. I feel good though. Hey, by the way, I gotta talk about this.
What?
I gotta talk about the things that people really care about.
Yeah.
What if I started changing the format of the show
format
more
of the
so like
show?
Tom Likas and people come on, but they go, no, Todd's show is not as women. Did you ever get strangely addicted to that?
We should do an interview. Like, you could probably be. Who can you do? Like Tom Snyder. What interviewing broadcasting
Nobody.
could you do?
I can't do impersonations.
Okay.
You could
Unless I
that's
hear
not
the other
true.
person
do
do.
the who's
No,
the,
you do impressions. What do you mean? I've seen you do impressions.
what's his name? The older
Phil
talk show-
Donahue?
Yeah, Phil
No,
Donahue.
but that's
you do Donahue.
yeah, but
Yeah.
but you know what? I'm not being the guy who does Donahue.
What
and by the way,
fuck?
shh, listen.
You know,
You gotta listen.
what does that mean?
I am not going to be that guy that does Donahue. Trust me, I'm not going to be the guy that goes like, hey, what if I'm the guy that's still doing the, hey, listen here, Chief.
But if
you
we're
know.
asking you, it's not like...
Oh, sure, if you'd like to hear it, I'll do it. It's all a big lie, Norm. I'm hoping you'd beg me. You mean for you
No, I
as a
was thinking-
favor?
'cause
Oh,
I would
sure.
do-
Who am I to be greedy with my gestures?
Because I would do this, like, to get the kid viewers. Like, you do Donahue, and I would answer as Nixon. You know, I like doing Nixon.
I know you do. Why? What's your? This happened last time,
Fascinated with
and it
Nixon.
scared me, to be honest.
Fascinated with Nixon.
I need your help here.
Have you always been?
Yeah.
I mean, like, obviously not always. That would
No,
be weird.
but since he resigned, I was.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I listen to everything he ever said on tape. I can do a very good impression.
Are you serious?
But I can do a very good impression of the older Nixon that nobody knows. You know I can do that.
I like any impersonations, as long as it's
Okay.
not me doing them. I'm very friendly. On
You want to hear
show.
my Nixon? Talking about the purpose of life?
I'll tell you what. If you do Nixon, would you mind if I put a little reverb in your voice? I think it would
No.
really make it nice. Like, it would make it like it was you were up on a podium.
No.
Would you do that? You'll do Nixon if you let me play some reverb. All right, we're going to play the reverb no matter what. So.
No. The reverb it wouldn't work with because
It would.
I don't do a speechifying Nixon. I do a Nixon talking to David Frost on the interview.
Okay.
Oh, okay, then no echo.
No.
You're right. When you're right, you're right. Who am I to argue?
Hello. Yeah, this is Jerry Seinfeld.
Oh, my God.
He calls in
I
something.
am so sorry to
Jerry
do
Seinfeld
this to
called
you.
in?
He calls into the
No,
show.
that's
Katie,
all
take the
right.
defibrillator off his voice.
Okay.
Hello.
Katie, seriously, take the defibrillator off his voice.
It's
Don't.
off.
If you tell me that's fucking broke,
Broken.
This has happened before?
this has happened.
It's broken.
I like he knows where we're going.
I thought you guys got the new system.
I get you on. I smell a bit early.
Hello. This is Jerry Seinfeld. Yeah, I just called to say I listened to the show and I'm a big fan.
Oh my God, Katie! It sounds like we're. Take that off, people. It doesn't.
No, it's okay. Is that I just wanted to say that I'm a huge Norm Macdonald fan.
Has anyone else worked at this? If this is
You can't get that off of there.
why would
It's
she?
broken. It's broken.
Me and Norm used to go out all the
Is there
time and
anyone
get
else?
pussy all over New
Whoa,
York.
is there anyone?
Jerry, that's not appropriate.
Jerry.
Come on.
Well, what are you going to do? Edit it out.
Oh my God. Anyway,
He's a fun guy. We follow you on Twitter, Jerry. by the way.
Thank you. Well, anyway, I got to go.
Because if it was him, he wouldn't spend that much longer.
So thanks a lot. Bye. I'm Jerry Seinfeld. You're listening to the Norm Macdonald Show.
Did you get him to do a?
2, 3, 4.
What do you call them?
What?
Like one? What do they call them in the when when you go to the radio and they go like?
Oh, say you're listening.
I'm Todd Glass. You're listening to big long numbers and letters you have to memorize.
I always
And
get
they
nervous.
laugh at you. Go what? What W10607.636 on ham radio? Huh? They go he said 0.6.
I start well, it's not funny that I just heard this.
Yeah.
I'm just getting this. Yeah, just say this, and then they always say this. They go, all right, say just hi, I'm Todd Glass. Whenever I'm in town, I listen to the the Big Bing and the Bing
Yeah.
Bang.
And they go, don't go off script. If you have crazy funny shit to say, just say it. You're like, what?
Yeah.
If you want to just improvise comedy.
Yeah, don't do anything off that sheet. Exactly what's on that sheet. That's all we need
But
you
have
to
fun
do.
with it, though.
Yeah, have fun with it. Well, guess what? One day I'm going to go, I can't have fun with it.
Yeah, I hate that.
You have fun with it.
Have fun with it, you fucker.
What if you had time to just flip out one day? They go, when they go have fun with it. And you went, no disrespect, but what do you mean by that? I can't have fun with it. It sucks. You have fun with it.
Right.
Shove it up your ass.
Yeah.
Like
I know I'm making sense.
It's like when you do
a lot of times they say have fun with nothing, and they want you to blossom. I don't know what to have fun. It's about soap. What can I say about it? I don't know. Not that I've been on commercials. I'm making this sort of anger up right now because I don't even know what I'm talking about.
I went once to a commercial.
You've been a commercial audition. It's not fake
right.
anger.
That's it. That's right.
I went once to a commercial, and it was the script said, "Hey, Phil, I see you got a Buick." So that was the line, So all night I'm up like fucking nervous, and I'm reading in the mirror like I'm like, "Hi, Phil." I'm trying to like fucking say some words louder than other words in the script. I'm like, "Hey, Phil, I say you got a Buick," So then I go there. First of all, my manager used to lie. He'd go like, "These guys are big fans of your comedy. They want to meet you."
Right.
They're big fans. And then I'd show up. There's 4,000 people there. I'm like, they're huge fan. He just lied to me, thinking I wouldn't make it worse when I showed up and they weren't big fans. But anyways, I went in and the guy. So I said, "Hey, he's got one camera on me." I go, "Hey, Phil, I see you got that Buick." And then the guy goes, "Great!" Like it's great. Like how could that be great? So I go, "Oh, thanks, man." He goes, "But this time," he goes, "do it again and just go off the script." He goes, "Forget the script. Like there's a script. There's fucking 4 words." I go, "Okay, I'll ignore the script." He goes, "Yeah, just go crazy and whatever you want to do, and you're just alone."
How crazy can you go?
Yeah. So I said, but I just agreed because I was paralyzed. I'm like, "Yes, okay," because they think you're Mork from Ork, just because you're a comedian.
Yeah.
So,
right.
So then I freaked out. I panicked, and I just said the same words, like real nervous, just to get out. I said, "Hey, I see I got a new Buick, Frank." And then the guy's like, "Huh? I guess it was good. Bye." And then my buddy, he was a commie too, and I said, "What'd you do?" And he goes, "I fucked the floor." I go, "Well, you probably did the right thing." Because that's what they were looking for, something like that.
If I had anything, I used to eavesdrop in auditions and walk out on half of them. If I heard the person in the room before me doing anything different than what I thought, now I didn't realize maybe what I was going to do is right. I just figured if they're doing it, it's probably right.
Right.
So someone would be screaming, and I go, "Oh my god, I didn't know they used an Italian accent and scream," and I would leave because I wasn't.
I left.
For all I know, they're in there rolling their eyes
Yeah.
at this person, and I'm leaving the audition because this person.
I left one time because it was for a bad guy and shit, and I was reading it, and then I get there. And I'm outside, and the guy comes in. He was in right before me. It's Powers Booth.
Oh, where's that at?
The powerful actor Powers Booth. He played Jim Jones and
Who is
Powers
that?
Booth?
No.
Oh, come on.
Come
You
on.
put it up on the computer for him, Powers Booth.
We can see it over there, right?
He's in Tombstone. He's in everything.
I probably, if I saw him, I would know him.
Well, maybe you'll be seeing a picture soon by this computer.
Well, he's good. He's quick. That's why he has over 60 listeners on his on his iTunes. He has 60 tweeters.
60 followers on Twitter.
60 followers. Oh, Jesus, I'm so exhausted.
How about when they go?
Thank you for helping me, everybody. That was so nice the way you all jumped in. Very, very nurturing.
Powers Booth. Is he black?
No.
Hey.
How could none of
Not on this show. We don't talk like that.
How could none of you
thought I knew
know
who that was.
veteran actor Powers Booth, very famous.
Oh my God! Yeah, of
Everyone
course.
knows
Powers
him.
Booth.
Tombstone, right there.
Oh, yeah, I know him.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, I don't know
of
him.
course.
He looks familiar.
Deadwood.
Well, that's not a good picture. Do another.
Oh,
is there another
Jesus.
picture? That sucks. That picture.
You know,
He
you
was
know what's
in
nice
the-
about
He
you?
wasn't in Deadwood.
You're nice
Yeah,
about the picture.
He was the pimp in Deadwood, wasn't he?
Oh, yes, he was. You're right.
Yeah.
Oh, this is great.
I know. Well,
I'm waiting.
It's a slow.
Oh, there you go.
There.
Oh,
Yeah,
sure, I know him.
Of
course you
He
know.
goes to my gym. Hey,
Were you?
oh Jesus. Hey, listen. By the way, at my gym, they asked me if I wanted a pickle, and I said no. And after I said no, they go, "It's free." Now I couldn't help but overthinking this, of course, because it's like, who would even admit that it was because of the price? Like, even if it was, you'd be afraid to go, "Oh yes, then yes," because it was a I wanted a pickle,
Yeah.
but I didn't want to spend
Who's
the
giving
quarter
out pickles at your gym?
at the lunch place. Okay, you want to know the
Okay,
truth? You
so-
son of a
Yeah,
bitch?
I know the truth.
Listen
I'm
up,
not letting you get away with
motherfucker.
this.
Here's what Daniel knows. I'm trying to take an old joke and
you
use it.
You repurposed the joke
Yes.
from your act. You
Yes,
raped
well,
it.
because I haven't
you,
done it-
you raped your own act and then refigurated it into a true story from your past?
Okay, listen. I'm being honest now. You're not going to make me feel bad about it.
right.
Okay, let me tell you what
I've done
happened.
that before.
About 5 years ago,
I want to hear this.
I was
wanna
at
figure out-
Einstein's. Here's why I'm not embarrassed about it, because people, you don't want to seem like you're.
Oh,
lying.
was this sidetrack? Was this on the list of things to talk about?
Yes.
And you just chose to bring it up as a thing that happened.
Yeah, I just decided.
Oh, okay. I just didn't know what you were doing.
Well,
to
let the
fit
audience
your
in
own
on what.
joke.
Let the audience in on this.
Okay.
The part I don't think they're. So anyway, so I took the old bit. You know, it was a bit that happened 5 years ago at the Einsteins. And even though I thought about the pickle, what made me be paranoid was my gym probably wouldn't have a pickle. And that,
Right.
oh, what gym you go? They give out pickles. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Why you got to be so observant? So anyway, because it was at an Einstein's, and they said, free pickle. So, but the truth, their story's true. I mean, it's just. But I
Yeah.
think it would be funny that, like you would be on a date, and they would be like, "Would you like a pickle?" "No, she's okay." oh no, they're free, sir. Oh, have a pickle. Do you want a pickle, honey? I wouldn't.
great
I wouldn't
joke.
prevent you from getting a free pickle. I don't.
It's a great joke.
Just I'm not going to pay for it.
Hey, I'm looking at the bill. I don't want to make trouble, but the pickles weren't on the bill, right?
They weren't priced separately on the menu.
I always feel like when I go down to that deli and they give you the clump of stuff on the pickles or whatever they throw down there, I always feel like if I eat them all and then I get more, I'm getting one over on them. You know, I'm getting a second bowl of pickles. Well, for
pickles-
a $14 sandwich, I like to,
The other day I was at my gym and I had to use the payphone. So
Oh, so what happened? What happened?
no, that's I don't have.
Oh, listen, my
joke about that.
CB, Byron Allen. No one told him. Poor Byron Allen. You know, here's how I
Poor
wanna-
Byron Allen.
Well, no, he's doing very well.
This is the greatest thing about Byron Allen. He has a
He looks
TV
good.
show called The Entertainers, where it's the greatest people ever from the history of show business. You know, it's like tonight on the show. All he does is he goes.
Oh, yeah.
He goes. To,
It's unbelievable.
He just goes to places that are junkets, you know, where big stars are.
I
promoting their
didn't know
movies.
that.
But you don't know it. He doesn't present it like that.
Smart.
So he's like, tonight on the show, Brad Pitt, Clint Eastwood,
Yeah, and you
Will Smith, David Spade.
and you're in your hotel. You're going, how did he get?
Yeah,
how did
like,
they
what the
get
fuck?
on this show?
And then he interviews them, so it's always in front of a poster of a movie that was gone a long time ago. And he's talking to the guy, and but he opens with this, you know. He goes, we're here with Harrison Ford. Man, last time I talked to you, we were talking about working out. And then Harrison Ford goes, what? Like, I better not say I don't remember this black guy. So he's like, yeah, sure, I remember.
Oh, that's a trick Byron was doing,
yeah,
because then
it
it
was
makes
a
him
trick.
look like he has a rapport
yeah.
with the person.
Yeah.
Last time I
And
talked
the guy-
to you, you
and
were
the-
building your house.
And also, because these guys are talking to local newspaper reporters, they're thrilled to have Byron Allen at this point interviewing
Right.
them. You know, he's going to be the best interviewer by far.
Let's put it this way. I like to have a positive vibe out there, and the truth is, who knows if I might bump into Byron Allen? Who knows of the odds he could be listening right now? If he is listening, I want to leave him and say something nice. He looks great. Not joking around. That guy, I mean, he is ageless. Now, I know you might
He
think,
is.
Todd, you just insulted him. He doesn't. People like their looks enough where he'd probably
How old is
think,
he?
does he really think I look that good? So what if he doesn't like
That's
my
a good
show? Who
question.
cares?
It's a good question. How old is he?
I think he's
Because
probably at least 78.
he was because he was so young when he was. That's incredible. And all that shit. He was 16 or something. Fuck.
That really
Fucking
was
thing.
incredible. I love
Yeah.
that show.
The Tonight
Fred
Show?
Willard.
Yes. Yes. Well, I've always liked Fred Willard.
Yeah, we love Fred Willard.
Listen,
Did you ever do the Tonight Show with Johnny? You did.
No.
Never.
I was there I moved to Los Angeles with him he had 6 months to go, and I kept telling Macaulay, I go, just let me be the last new comic on a show, you know?
Mhm.
It'd be cool, because I was good. And then he was like, I don't know. He goes, you're more of a Leno comic. I go, what the fuck? Like, there's such a real term, guy just makes it up. So I'm like, you mean, because he doesn't.
who said this?
Macaulay. So I go, you mean you want me to do Monday Night with Jay when fucking Carson's going to leave in 6 months? And he's like, yeah, he's the future. I go, I know, I realize that. But I go, I want to fucking be on with Carson. Like, why, you know? I know
Everybody
Carson's.
did.
I know if I do Carson, I'm not going to get to do Carson again since he's retiring in 6 months. This is what retard Macaulay thought. You want to get on the ground floor or something? I'm like, no, I want to. But anyway.
No, that says a lot. That's crazy. It's like, no.
But I
wanna
love
do-
guys. Yeah, you're a Leno comic. You're like, fuck off. What the fuck?
I'll tell you
put
what
me on
I
the
am.
show.
I just like funny.
does that mean?
Does one deliver it more? Shh.
Well, they all pretend to know what the fucking. That's the motherfucker. Like you go.
Hey, watch your language.
You go. I'd like to see Letterman if he thinks I'm funny or anybody. You know, I don't want to hear what some guy thinks Letterman's going to think.
Yeah, they decide. It's funny when everybody. Well,
Like
hey, look, I'm not saying anything. I'm not joining in. The views of Norm Macdonald are completely Norm's. Todd doesn't
I have
agree
a
at all. If you're an
serious-
agent, booker, a promoter, party planner, someone that might hire me at a backyard party, I am not going to.
Or Jay Leno. Hey, can I ask Norm a question?
What
about
kind of
comedy?
comment is that? He'll call us.
Todd, this is for you too.
Yeah.
Was there a point where, like, you maybe you never
People
had that
started
from the
recognizing
beginning?
me at the mall? Yes. I feel, I'm the guy who misunderstands the question. I feel like lately it's like really getting, I don't know if it's because of the Daniel Tosh show, but it's like getting
TMZ
really,
getting on you?
It's getting fun.
You've been on TMZ lately?
I love it. I love it. There,
They
I
wait
made
for
it.
Todd outside his gym now.
All right, the truth is, I've been tipping them off where I'll be. Took me 18 letters to get them to get me once.
Letters?
Letters. I write letters. Anyway, edit that out. Seriously, I don't want people to think I write letters. I'm not even joking. Hey, want to hear? Well, Norm. Well,
Well, let me ask you a question.
Oh, I
you
know what
remember,
happened.
like,
Hold
from
on.
starting out?
I got silly because I was making the joke, like what he was saying about when they all think they can book for the booker. That's how it all
Oh
started.
yeah.
It's always frustrating. But what's the
'Cause they
way
think they know
around
the
that?
guy. They think
Well, they
they-
do. Like
One time I did an impression of Letterman, right? And then I had to be on Letterman like 3 weeks later. So when I was on, I was like, "Oh fuck, how am I going to deal with this when he brings it up? Like that I did an impression of him, you know?" And then these fucking guys that are so close to Letterman, they're like, "Well, he never saw it. He's not going to fucking talk about it. That's not fucking Dave. There's no way Dave's going to bring it up. Dave just doesn't fucking do that. He hasn't seen it." And I go, "Well, he phoned me, you know, and shit." And he's like, "Yeah, but we know Dave, you know." So I go, "Stupidly, I don't prepare anything." So then right at the end of the interview, he goes, "So let's hear it." You know, I'm like, "Oh, fuck, shit. These motherfuckers didn't know Dave at all. Why would I think they would know Dave?" Right. Like, why wouldn't I just fucking have something prepared? So I have to do the impression, like fucking just searching my brain for the right thing to say, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they have.
Not prepared. I could have did it right.
They imagine what he would do as opposed to really know what he would do. They think, oh, well, he would.
But I should have gone with my own fucking idea because I would go, what else would he do?
Well, I tell you that all the time. You don't listen to me.
What the?
Do you feel like you know Dave now? I mean, he loves you, right?
I don't know him at all. I've never met him. He's invited me to dinners, but I never went.
How come?
Scared.
Yeah, I get that.
We were talking about it earlier. Like, I got invited by Carson for a private lunch with Carson.
Tell me you didn't go.
Didn't go. Because
You know what?
I used to do like a impression of Larry King doing news and views from, he used to do news and views, those little bulletin points in USA Today where you go like, if you see one movie, make it Mickey Blue Eyes, you know? So I did it like on SNL, you know, we did it with like, I just do crazy one-liners like, yellow is a great color, but for my money, it's always going to be blue or whatever. Just retarded stuff. But anyways, it turned out Carson when Carson would get USA Today and he'd go right to Larry King. This was before I did the impression, and he'd just phone his buddies up and he'd go, "Hey, listen to this retarded one." He said, like, for my money, Ted Williams was A1, and he'd say it to his friends, Carson, which was funny, like phoning, and it's so funny that he would do that, So anyways, then he wanted to have lunch with me. So I didn't, like a retard.
What do you do? How do you make up an excuse that doesn't make them feel like you're blowing them off?
Well, he knows I'm not blowing off Johnny Carson. It's not like Johnny Carson.
No, they might think
phoning
that.
me.
Like, if I was that big and I invited someone to lunch and they didn't go, I have to admit, here's what I would think. I'd think, oh, really? Like, Yeah, like I said, I'm David Letterman. I'm that big, but my name's Todd Glass. I know this seems cocky, maybe.
I
But,
think
hold on.
I don't think
so if I invited someone to my house, they was on the show, a young comedian. I invite him to the house. I'm really trying to think, and then I'm that big. I have to keep thinking I'm that big, and then they don't show. I might sarcastically, some other friends will go, really, Bing Bang doesn't, Bing Bang doesn't show up. What's he doing?
I didn't not show up. I didn't have like a.
It seems like I'm making.
I didn't have a lunch date.
No. I get it. Like, I think if Johnny called him personally and said, "Do you want to go to?" You'd go.
Of course.
But
yeah.
I think it was like in passing. Hey, Norm.
No, I got my management phone. He said Johnny Carson wants to have lunch with you, and I thought I was all thrilled. And then I was like, "Holy fuck! What am I going to like? I'll be all alone with him talking, and I won't have any stories. I can't go like." Anyways, one time, Chris Kattan, he doesn't see the cue card. I have no stories at all to tell Johnny Carson, you know. So I go, fuck, this is going to be hard, like 2 hours just with Johnny Carson, like trying to interview him properly or whatever. And then I thought if I brought a buddy, it would be fun, like, but he can't, you know, I can't just bring a buddy. If I could share it with somebody, but otherwise it would be very hard work.
And by the way,
but I regret not going. I should have gone.
But also, as you're sitting there, I'm thinking my purpose of saying that wasn't like it wasn't thing. I wouldn't do the same thing. Like I could totally see being so nervous that like if there's a third person, that makes it a tremendous amount easier. That third person,
especially
is
if it's a mutual.
If you went
friend.
with your buddy, you'd go see anybody.
Yeah. So, but I for a second thinking what
what's
here's
odd
the
is
reason
that-
I think that he's not calling you.
What's odd? It's odd to hear you say that you
He's
don't
dead, by
feel
the
like
way.
you know
I'm kidding.
Dave at all. Because like every time you're on the show, it seems like he's like so excited to see you, and you guys have such great chemistry together. I could have sworn you guys were like hanging out.
No, I don't know David. I don't know David Letterman.
I like to see when you could tell, and I think it usually, and then we'll move on to something else because I always say it's nice to get compliments, but if it makes you awkward to sit there and just receive them, but you can just put up with it for another second. But it's fun to see your friends when they're on a show like that where you can tell Dave like appreciates that they bring their game, and that's fun. I see it with Spade a lot too. I feel like they both know. Like, and same thing with you. I feel like that you came prepared to fucking.
Well, it's fun because they have to fucking talk to all these actresses and all the time and shit like that. So, like, it's a joy for them to hear somebody being funny and shit, and them not having to do all the fucking work of, dragging a story out of the girl from
Third In from the new show that got canceled.
From the Badge. I'm not trying to pick a show that doesn't exist because
every show exists.
I don't want to hit one person.
Two women and a duck. Where's a cowbell when I need one? Oh my God! I love all this. I love these. I love any stories when it has to do with like, well, the story that you have with Al Roker, is it with the I always try to retell it to my friends, and I think I always can't do it right.
Story.
No, yes, you do with the John Fogerty. Who was
that's
that?
not Al Roker.
Oh, who was that
That's,
about? Not Al Roker. Oh my God,
Al Roker.
Al Roker.
I was like, I would know. I think I would know if I had an Al Roker.
I know it was. Who was it? Hugh Hausler. No, I wasn't him.
No,
It was who was it? Come on, it was not that big of a
Bob
deal.
Uecker.
Bob Uecker. Oh Jesus! Oh my God, my show sucks. Oh my God, I'm going off the air.
Did we find out
this
how?
This is so embarrassing. Oh my God, this is. Oh my God, Norm's staring at me like he feels bad for me. I could just see him. He's like, poor Todd, this is all he's got. And Daniel, shut the fuck up. Did that you when you met David? Oh my God, are you fucking shitting me?
Todd, we can hear you.
Hello? No, seriously, what's up? No, this is fun. That's the way the guy gets out of it. He's so like, oh my God, he realizes that his thoughts were going out. Oh my God, look at us, we're having fun. I have no idea what time it is. What time is it? How long have we been going?
7:39. We've been going for close to.
Oh, we did.
40 minutes.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Shh, don't argue.
When do you take your break?
There's no breaks in this business.
You told me you took a break.
I don't take breaks.
I heard you took breaks.
Last time I took a break. Yeah, let's take a break. No, what? I changed my mind. I'm addicted to. You want to hear this? What's wrong? What's wrong? Why are you laughing? You look like you're wearing a bow tie. This okay. I don't know what to do.
You want me to do my impression of Nixon talking about rich people?
Oh, that's what I was waiting for. You weren't doing the impersonation.
I was going to do the impression.
Wait, what happened?
I was
then?
going to do the impression of Richard Nixon talking about.
I think that's what you were going to do. To be honest, I think it was the guy with the story from
Bob
Clearwater.
Bob Uecker.
No, but I want to hear Nixon. Can we hear Nixon?
Yes. Moving on.
No,
Edit this out.
No, Nixon said this and that because it was very interesting because I watched all. I know everything about Nixon, so I listened to. I knew all the tapes, the Frost Nixon tapes. I would listen to all of them. You can't even get them anymore. But in the movie, it's all wrong. Like Nixon crushed him in the actual life, and in the movie, like it looked like he beat Nixon, Frost, but he didn't at all. Like it was Nixon's greatest.
That would be
Do you know about this?
Not a very compelling Hollywood story.
No, that would.
What's
be
your
a good
fascination
story.
with Nixon?
So Nixon in the tapes, in the Frost Nixon debates, Nixon's the most fascinating because he's really persuasive,
Mm-hmm.
and he talks about the meaning of life. He talks about a lot of things.
Richard Nixon.
Yeah. You want to hear Nixon on the meaning of life?
Yes.
He goes,
The
well,
young-
I see a lot of people say, you know who would be happy is a fellow that got to golf all the time. And he didn't have to work anymore. But the most unhappy people I've ever met live in the south of France, Palm Springs, Palm Beach. And they golf too much. And they drink too much and they think too little. And they don't know that life is in the struggle, whether you win or lose. So it's the people in the watering holes. And I know there are people that are saying, well, I don't believe that. I think if I had a car, by God.
You talk like me a little.
So that's his purpose of life, struggle.
Now, this might sound like a stupid question, maybe, but where did you get that from? Like, where are those speeches from?
I collected all the tapes of, I've collected all the tapes of Nixon and all the tapes of Manson.
When did he say this stuff? Like, most
comprehensive
presidents
tapes.
don't
He said
get
this-
so eloquent. Like,
He said this on the Frost Nixon tapes that in the movie was depicted as Nixon crushing, but actually Nixon was just setting out all these, it was his greatest moment. Like he just made himself completely human. And also what's funny about Nixon is when he does the things about the Watergate, because Watergate was so ludicrous, the things they did, they were so fucking ridiculous, that Nixon just says them sarcastically because they're so retarded. So they'll go like Frost will go now when Ehrlichman talks about the wearing of the wigs and so forth and the disguises and the changes in voice with the machines. And then Nixon goes, well, if you're talking about they're saying that there's listening devices, or in this case, I suppose it would be more hearing devices. Or if you're talking about wigs. How do you say wigs as if it was the most retarded thing ever? Or wigs. But meanwhile, you knew the wigs were true, and that's what's funny about Nixon. Nixon and Manson are both funny because he makes the person interviewing them look like an idiot.
Right.
Like Manson's like, okay. One time I heard Manson go, the woman said, why did your response? He goes, I never killed nobody, man. He goes, yeah, but you sent your girls to go kill them. And he goes, let me tell you something, man. Why don't you fly to New York? And she goes, what? He goes, just tell him Charlie told you, man. When you get to New York, don't pay her nothing, break the law, and then when you get there, say Charlie said it was all right. Very funny.
Oh, that is funny. He's a smart guy, right? Well, you have to be.
I don't know if he's smart.
Diabolical.
I don't know if he's smart. You see, he also said, my mother's Eisenhower and my father's an icebox. That's not that smart.
See, thank you. Thank you. You don't just take the other ones.
What about Nixon? He was smart, right?
Well, Nixon was really smart, yeah. But the funny thing about Nixon that fascinates me so much is that he was very transparent. People say he was a political expert, but the fact is he was the opposite. Obama's a political expert, or Reagan, people that can hide their feelings completely, and appear Nixon, you could fucking tell everything he was saying. You could tell when he was lying, and he was nervous and shifty. It was
Nixon would never
hilarious.
get elected now.
No, I don't know how he ever
No.
got elected.
Yeah, that's true. Also, who was right before him? LBJ.
I have no idea.
LBJ.
I get lost after how many presidents?
That's how he got
can I go
elected.
back?
Just how Bush got elected, because everything was so bad.
Yeah, he was around for a long time, Nixon. He was the vice president for 2 terms before Kennedy.
Hello, this is
I know.
Robert Kennedy. I'm calling on the show.
Oh, that's it.
We have Robert
No,
Kennedy.
let me get a little better. Hold on.
Robert F. Kennedy.
Listen here. This country that we live in, a lot of great people have done some amazing things.
That's pretty
Wow,
good.
that is amazing.
But
pretty
we
good.
need, listen up. This is the way I always talk, even when I talk to my wife on the phone at night. I say, listen, honey, I will be home, and we will have fun when I get home, but while I'm gone, I cannot be...
Wait, is this another repurposing of your act?
Pretty good.
Is this repurposing of your act?
No.
Is this when you did the? Is this when you did the game show host at home, making love?
All right, everybody, let's put our money down on the floor. We're going to have some fun
That was
now.
pretty good.
How did you do? But tell us seriously that bit, because I remember you doing this.
What bit?
That early bit you did about the game show host, but he's at home with the wife.
Oh God, that was when I would play the dating game music. I would go, no, I forget.
I was saying something really hacky. I didn't think you'd.
Oh no!
Turns out he has
I
one.
just cackled. Hey, for the people, I know this seems stupid, but for you, people, what if someone doesn't realize what you just
No,
did?
no,
like
no.
he brings up I know I'm telling people like they might go, well, yeah, that's how we know it. That's why we're laughing. But in case you didn't, he brings up the most cheesy subject. It's a trick amongst comedians. Except I thought I really had a bit like that. So you make up some horrible premise, and then I literally go, oh yeah, I remember that bit, and that's where we're at right now. Okay,
That is. We
You're
got
like,
out.
no, I didn't do it. What was the? Maybe I didn't hear what you said. I try to get out of it. Maybe I didn't hear what you said. Maybe I didn't hear what you said. All right, I'm having
This is
fun.
my favorite thing on
I don't
the
like
road.
to be more.
This is my favorite thing on the road for pandering. You go like, hey man, where are you guys again? They're like, we're in East Rutherford or something. And you go, okay, so who should I make fun of? And they go, you should make fun of those fuckers from West Rutherford. And then you go, all right. So then you go up and you go, hey man, this is fucking nice. Last night I was playing in West Rutherford. They're like, boo. You're like, these fucking retards. And they're like, yeah. And then I'm like, wait a second, you're from you people should be closer than anyone on earth. Like, why is your enemy West Rutherfordians?
Right, it's like one town over. Really,
You got to be very, very similar.
That's great.
But how could you?
and I love comedians that really love to work all those tricks too. Like they don't do one after another. We counted a comedian one night.
Remember you told me the funniest thing was you going, because comics, when they go to town, like they'll find out of the gay bar in town, then they'll go like, hey, I was just at the mine. They're pretty friendly over there at the mine shaft. I had dinner, and these fellas, remember?
No, that was a bit we used to do.
I know, but remember you used to go to clubs and go like, you'd tell the owner that you were doing that joke. Remember?
No, I remember this bit being where we worked. I worked at the Improv. We had a comedian that came in, and he goes, but this is true.
Yeah.
He goes, hey, what's the name of a gay bar? I want to use it in my act.
Right.
So we're like, so many years ago, I think they told him what one was, and then the joke was that he never did it in his act. So, but he would go like, here's when he got caught. So he's on stage, and he goes, when he asked for it, they go, oh, you want a gay bar? We'll probably go to the give me a
mine shaft.
Go to the mine shaft. He goes, oh, okay, cool. They have valet parking?
Yeah, that's right.
They're like, well, why would he get?
have a food
Why would
menu?
he? Yeah. So he's like,
a joke.
he's like, no. It's for my act. It's like I
for
do
my
this
act.
thing and I do a bit, and then he gets caught again. He goes, no. It's just for the act. I make a joke. They're open late.
Urban Light?
Yeah, what time
It's
is the
real
late
shit,
show
right?
get out?
It's not where it's fucking just, it's like assholes and stuff.
Wait, you seem
No, for the joke.
Not one of those- for the
and then the
joke.
one night the owner
Because
watches.
the joke's about whether it's a real thing or
Yeah,
not.
and then one night the owner decides, I never see him do a joke about it. I'm going to stick around tonight and see when this joke comes. He watches the whole set, no joke at all, and then he goes, "Hey, in my scenario, why this would they'd have to be really intense. I noticed you didn't make any joke with your gay place you wanted to go. Wonder if you're going there.
What if you're like, hey, later, man, I do this rape joke. Is there a street corner like? Is there an area known for rapists?
Like a lot of unsolved rapes happen.
A lot of unsolved rapers get away with it.
You have a joke about unsolved rape?
And then you don't do the joke, and the guy's like, "Fuck, he didn't do the joke at all."
Oh, Norm, I have faith in you because I thought I was so out there, and then he was able to take it a little further. I thought I was being, you guys all left me hanging.
No, I was enjoying it too much.
Oh, you were? Was that your problem?
I don't know.
Anyway, is that your problem? Mm-hmm.
Hello, this is John Kennedy.
John Kennedy.
Which Kennedy's alive?
John Kennedy. Who's Kennedy's alive?
Yeah, which one?
None are alive.
Okay, this is a distant cousin with the same voice.
I couldn't think of it. Yeah, I wanted to
Wait,
do.
are there any male Kennedys?
Well, there's all those young kids, Junior Robert, all these junior guys. I don't know what they're
That's
doing.
like Robert, grandkids.
Oh, we sound like a bunch of
Grandkids,
morons.
Yeah, we do. Saying stuff we don't know. We did sound stupid.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Well, it did sound stupid.
I also thought it'd be funny to do you ever do, like when people do talk about movies, if they have a movie show where two critics are talking about it. I've had arguments with guys, neither of us have seen the movie. We go, fuck, I heard fucking J. Edgar was no good. Like, fuck. DiCaprio, really? I heard Scorsese was made it watchable. I want to see it, That's not what I heard.
And then if did you see it? No.
You don't see it, yeah. But you have your opinions.
Well, yeah, it's so funny because you realize, oh, really? That's
that's funny because my friend said they saw that coming completely.
Oh, in your act?
No. That you continue on. You go.
Oh,
I heard the ending sucked. That you could see it coming. Really? My friend said you couldn't see it coming at all.
Hello?
What was that?
Are you listening?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah, it's not
I
necessary.
couldn't follow it, so I thought I'd yell at you.
Listening is not necessary for your job, Todd. I don't know who you've been getting advice from in radio, but listening is highly overrated. It's the only important thing you can do.
Hey, Blue,
I just want to listen to Norm talk about whatever.
Okay, listen, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a break and then figure out how we're going to wrap things up.
Okay, cool.
I mean, do you have any questions you want to ask me? No, seriously, Norm. Is there something you want to ask me? Because a lot of times people get shy. We're with our peers. We don't really. Maybe there's a piece of advice you want from me. I'll give it. What do you want to know? What you respect about me the most? And I'll take it. I'll shut up and
You
listen.
want me to ask you advice?
Well, I just want you to tell me.
I'll ask you advice.
No.
I'll ask you advice.
I just want you to really. Why am I so good? All right, come on. Isn't anybody going to stop me?
I think you.
I mean, I didn't mean for you to really.
I think
have
you
to-
look at comedy a lot. You watch comedy a lot.
There you
and
go.
I think you're a kind person. So those two together make you very funny.
I know you're going to think I'm just saying this, everybody, but when he's right, he's right. No, seriously, no, I don't usually agree with the thing he says. I'm really, normally I'm like, shut the fuck up, Norm. But in this case, I think he's right. Chris, you're doing a great job, and I've had my second McFlurry. Hey, want to hear somebody? Oh, this is how you want to hear something? This guy sings "Amazing Grace," and he's like a crack addict. It's not funny. There's a crack addict. It's not. It's not the part I'm laughing at. But I swear to you, you have to picture this in your head. I think. Can we see it? Oh, we can see it. But I have to explain it for the people. He's in a church, and he's not on crack. He's heavily influenced. This is not a joke, and he's trying to sing "Amazing Grace." Now, let me tell you, as much as I'm laughing at it, I also think there's something great about it. He really wants to sing this song, and he had to be this fucked up to really do it. That's all. He can't really sing it, so. I don't know what I'm getting very scared.
But it's also like if it's sung by a crackhead, it has extra poignancy because he means what he's singing with a great.
He was just letting that's what he was giving it everything he had, and in his head.
He believed what it was.
Yes,
Is he
in
in
his
rehab?
head, he probably heard someone sing that song. He really wanted to sing it, but this is. But it also is comical. Don't feel bad because it is funny too. But, okay, play it.
Praise the Lord, Jesus in the name of the Lord. Amen. I'm going to sing Amazing Grace. How sweet the sound.
Pause it. By the way, I'm not even joking. I would not play this if I thought he was mentally challenged or whatever the correct term is. I swear to God, I wouldn't think this was funny. I just think he's. Well, I guess it's not that nice that I'm making fun of him for being
Tunes.
drugged out of his mind.
I think it's Looney Tunes.
He's a Looney Tune, right? I'm the guy who doesn't listen.
Oh, he's high.
No, he's high on something.
Okay.
So then
okay.
it's funny. Oh my God, I got lost. I thought you guys were all like fucking throwing me under the bus.
No.
Norm's the only one that takes care of me. I totally, try to make myself. Norm's the only one who's like, back off. You got a legend in the room. Norm's the only one over there going, you know what you work with every day? Do you realize that this is somebody that's great? Sure, that's what Norm thinks. Problem is nobody else. That was an old trick, I think. All right, so play this.
So you're going to play a 3-minute and 20-second.
Can I? What happened?
No, shut it off. We don't play it now.
Those are your friends that show you YouTubes. You're
We're
like,
not gonna
this is
play it.
8:41. The fuck? I know I would ever go, you want to watch a third of a sitcom? You're like, huh? You have to.
You know what? You like doing bits that are based on phony premises because that's what you're doing. I
What do you
wasn't
mean?
going to play the whole thing, and you know it.
I did not.
You were just making fun of me. You're getting a cheap
I saw
laugh at my
321
expense. I was going to watch the whole thing. Like I can't. How many times in this show do we go in and out of songs? We don't play. Look, why am I getting defensive? I would never do that. Rory's over there going, Todd, how does he do it at night after night? Guy's brilliant. I make everybody think I'm great.
Yeah.
I know. Katie's over there going, this is what I get to work with. It's fun. Anyway. Norm, I'm gonna thank you for stopping by.
All right, man. All right.
I don't really want to say goodbye, and to tell you the truth, I didn't think Rory was going to show. Oh, my God, it's so rude. All right. Is there anything else, anybody? You want to ask Daniel anything? You don't have to ask anybody anything. Is there anything? How should I end it? Help me out here. What do I do?
I know everything. So I can never think of a question.
Do you know? Do you know the secret to life?
Well, that's an easy one.
Well, the saddest people I know are in the water hole, Palm Springs, Palm Beach, south of France. They golf too much. They think too much. Drink too much. Think too little. I know a lot of people are going to go, by golly, I'd just like to be retired and have a car, and wouldn't that be fine? Go ahead.
Play it.
I love the word.
I'm sorry. I know that sounded. Yes! Hold on. I'm allowed to pick on him. He wanted to smoke pot. He said he doesn't think he gets lost. This is why. Oh, sure. You can't say that. That's too easy. Oh, it's not because of the pot. Well, what is it then? You have to see a doctor? No, I'm serious. If it's not because of the pot, I'm worried about your reaction timing. I hope it's because of the pot. Then I can tease you. We all have fun. But don't make me believe it's not the pot. I seriously would call the police.
I've seen that.
I mean, I would think there was something so off. Like if you're pie, then I get it. You're a little off. It's all right. I'll tease you. It's.
When he set that up, it was for a different song.
Well, Norm, I tell him to shut the fuck up. He won't listen. I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, it's funny, like, because on TV, you see the stage manager, like, oh, they're still doing it. You see the stage manager, like, saying, like, give them the 5-second, thing to the host, and the host sees it. But you guys, like, did, like, 25 minutes. Fucking mimed each other while we were just sitting.
Oh, yeah, I know. That was... Oh, God. Norm, can I stay at your house for like just 6 months? I'm not even joking around. I'm a totally good housemate.
What's wrong?
I'm putting a pool in, and I hate the noise. Is fucking freaking me out. The guy's rich and cheap. He's rich and cheap. It's new on NBC.
You should pitch that.
He's rich and cheap.
Hey, do you mind if I stay in your house? They're putting a marble showcase in my living room.
I don't know. That was one of the promos.
It's funny when you say rich and cheap. It's funny when my buddy Jim Downey at SNL used to get incensed when they do a play on words on a title of a sitcom, but then they name one of the characters of that. Like Will and Grace, or Grace Under Fire. So you go, well, you can't. You named it fucking Grace. You gave her the name Grace, and then you came up with a play on it?
Yeah, pick a better
Right,
name.
right.
Like if her real name was Grace, it could be clever. But that could have been reverse engineered.
Reverse psychology?
Reverse engineered.
Oh.
I went to a reverse.
Do tell.
My father went to a reverse psychologist, and it didn't work out.
I used to tell people I taught in analysis.
Suicide.
Wait, hold on. I don't want to go ahead if I'm not following something.
The doctor said, the reverse psychologist told my dad, in an effort to make him happy, because he was a reverse psychologist, that he should commit suicide. And then my dad committed suicide.
Where does that come from?
You shouldn't go to a reverse psychologist. I don't believe it. It's a new field, and it often doesn't work.
That's funny. All right, you know what? That's how you say goodnight. I'm not
baby.
stupid. What do you think? I'm fucking stupid? I'm not fucking. Write us out of here. Thanks for coming by,
Thanks,
Norm.
baby.
Daniel, thanks for coming by, everybody. Thank you. A whole bunch of fun people here. And, oh, no, that's just a fake wrap-up. We still got more to go.
Oh, what the?
No, that's it. All right, bye.